Hello, beautiful people. My name is Redis Mira, and welcome back to Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Roars. If you didn't fall for what was in my description of my last video, that is very good. Today we're going to be progressing the story, hopefully getting some more cash. We're only 5,000 away from being able to get that weapon that's on sale at the very beginning of the game. So let's see what trouble we can get into. I'm sorry if you hear me sniffling a little bit.
When you return, Oreo approaches.
My
It
sinuses
seems
are
like
acting up.
something has happened to the town. He says a raging wind blew through and destroyed the town. You surmise the flapping of the dragon's wings is to blame. You explain that you need a boat to go after the dragon, and Oreo's look turns grim. Sensing there may be a problem, you quickly make your way to the wharf. The woman says the violent winds stirred up the sea, causing her precious ship to run aground. But if you can return her vessel to the water, she will gladly give you a ride. Your brows furrow, knowing that there is no way you could move a ship. Beside you, Bruno stretches, warming up his body.
Attempt to push the grounded vessel at the shoreland harbor into the sea once more. This'll work.
After striking a fantastic pose to show off his muscles, he charges straight at the boat. No matter how hard he pushes, though, the boat does not budge. It's pointless, you sigh, turning around when a muscle-bound Melanie stands before you.
What?
Now it's working, Bruno exclaims, unsurprised at the sight of Melanie. It appears the custom supplement she drank in the tower bulked her up.
He gave Melanie
Let us combine our
steroids.
power, Bruno entreats Melanie. Her whole body racked with chills, Melanie screams out to the sky.
Swole Melanie.
You need Melanie's help to catch the dragon. You call out to her.
Had a burly girl. I was gonna say, let me your strength.
You turn your earnest eyes to her and say, "Please, lend us your strength." But, unable to hold back at the sight of her impressive build, burst into laughter.
Oh, God.
But in the next instant, you receive a violent punch to the face and are sent flying. You hear your bones creak in a way you've never heard before. But afterward, the two muscle-bound forms work together and return the boat to sea. I will never be a beautiful bride like this, Melanie mutters sadly. You're wrong, Bruno exclaims. Those muscles are the most beautiful thing a bride could ever have. At any rate, you leave the port town and follow the dragon.
Board your new vessel and set off from the shoreland wharf in pursuit of the dragon. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Melanie's flip side story, and Bruno's. Those are monsters. Characters. Melanie. This dark and twisty mage harbors a deep-seated grudge against the dragon, but knows her own limits. She desires power enough to slay the dragon with a single blow. Flip side. At last, the dark mage has power. Superhuman power. And this time, the only time a smile plays across her lips is when she's punching the daylights out of our self-proclaimed hero. There's still so many characters I haven't met. Holy wow.
In exchange for returning her boat to the sea, her gaze settles on Melanie. You, my lady, are no ordinary woman, she remarks in awe.
How about finally boarding the boat and going after the dragon?
Just as you are about to leave, Oreo comes to see you off. It looks like he has something to say. According to him, the dragon flew to the west, where there is an island called Mount Medica. Rumor has it they are actively researching medicine on this island. He thinks he can use their knowledge in his work. Understanding his father's wishes, Bruno nods. Say no more. Mount Medica. Something stirs deep inside your chest, but you blame your imagination and board the boat without another thought.
The heroes finally face the dragon at the top of the tower. Mid-battle, the one-eyed man arrives to fly away with the dragon, leaving only a muscled mage in their wake. The heroes board a ship to trail the dragon, conquering the ocean. The voyage is aimless until the roar pierces the dawn, their vessel rocking in the sea breeze. The would-be heroes hang out over the deck, their eyes fixated upwind. The ominous silhouette of an island looms ahead. There, they find a strange village that exudes an odd air. Chapter 6, Isle of Blight.
Wasn't that so much fun? Riddis can hardly contain her excitement as she seeks a similar reaction from Melanie.
Is your turn to normal?
Melanie croaks, her face a sickly shade of green. The custom supplement has worn off completely. Riddis turns to you and carries on, oblivious. Wasn't that just the greatest?
That was the sound of my roommate just leaving. Oh god, what happened to us?
You, however, are a bit worn out, as your mid-voyage teasing of Melanie prompted her to wring you like a rag.
Woof.
Your first order of business should be a sweep of the island to ascertain the dragon's whereabouts. Tread carefully, as danger lies in the unknown.
Yes, it does.
A road stretches west from the docks, suggesting the presence of a house or settlement at the other end.
Follow the path leading west away from the island wharf. We're going everywhere but west right now. Oh, it's these guys again. Hey, multiply gold. Nice. We're gonna pass. Let's see if these guys are weak to light. Let's use Spinning Ray. Right, I forgot their defense is high. Crap. Ram. Falling Rock. Flare. Okay, Melanie, just, do the thing. Yeah, that one. Good. Ash is gonna pass. And Mars is gonna clobber. Oh, Mars. I love it. 800 gold. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Fear Rock's enemy story. So that guy's called Fear Rock. Interesting.
Large boulders block the path before you. Alas, you must turn back. Looks like it's too early.
It's too early to go that way. Okay.
Let's do this.
Yep. Melanie's gonna take out the Fear Rock. While Mar and I take out the Ogre. Let's see if he's weak to lightning. Nope. Still did a good amount of damage, though. And Ram. Not so much. Well, he's gonna die on the next turn, so it doesn't really matter that he just buffed his attack. Let's try ice. Freeze him. Water. Not ice. We did freeze him, though.
You take the lead, taking in the island's scenery. It all looks unsettlingly familiar to you. A white-hot streak of pain shoots through your head, feeling as though your skull will split in two. You grab your head as if holding it together and drop to your knees. The searing pain erases any hope of recalling the memory that felt primed to return to you. Beads of sweat are pouring off you now as you struggle to keep your head in one piece. Drink this, Bruno insists, offering you a bottle of headache curative. You greedily drink it down, desperate for relief. The pain begins to ebb, and you hurriedly resolve to press on.
If only it was that easy. An event. Discover a fine fishing spot. Some bows perfect for fishing rods lie on the nearby ground. Yeah, let's go fishing. As you wait for a bite, all your companions' rods bend at once. They simultaneously struggle to pull their catches from the water. You decide to put your unresponsive rod down and help someone with theirs.
The fishing line trembles slightly. You won't let it get away, even if it is a small fry. With a unified tug, a small fish comes soaring out of the water.
Feisty fish. A fish found in most oceans, both delicious and medicinal.
Ridis beams brightly. How cute. Just then, a passing nutritionist asks if he can have it. Riddis happily agrees and receives 500 gold pieces in return. Riddis watches the nutritionist walk away with a smile. "Take care, little fishy," she shouts, blissfully unaware of its fate.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to gold, like, nah. Another event. The merchant selling goods. Yeah, let's take a peek at her wares. Okay, it's a potion seller. Everything is on sale, which is cool. No, I was hoping for a sell option. That's what I get. An enemy appears. Purple fungo. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna see if he's weak to fire first. And he is, big shock. I believe Lightning Strike did for these guys. Yep.
Oh?
Cool. We don't have any lightning here, so we're just gonna cast Darkness. Which will guarantee that Ash can finish them off. Chest.
And fight.
What the hell are you? Some sort of slime, judging on the look of you. I should have cast something other than Darkness. Lightning Strike. Not so effective, but Mar's gonna kill it, so it's fine. Chest, Spear Elixir. Okay. Now I'm gonna come back here. Right here. Mountains, mountain, mountain. Okay. An event.
A monster appears. Rather, you approach it, because the poor thing's paralyzed from head to toe. You may be able to aid it by administering some curative.
Yeah, we'll give it some curative.
You take pity on the creature and administer some curative. Able to move once more, it makes a clumsy attempt at a bow, and then it is gone. After a time, you happen upon a village. This place, you mutter unconsciously.
Sorry about that loud noise just there. I felt the sneeze coming on, so I muted my mic. Unfortunately, the mute button is on the mic itself. Like, I have to squeeze the mic to mute the mic. Poor design choice, but the headset works. Mar coos softly, but doesn't quite sound himself.
Perhaps he is as anxious as you are about this place. You two okay? Melanie asks. You open your mouth to reply, only to notice the ambush a moment too late. Repel the monster attack.
Okay, looks like there's a light version of a harpy.
Rout the enemy.
We're getting happenstance cards. Ooh, gain 3 gems. Very, 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 very cool. Alright, we are going to freeze the big guy. See if he's weak to water damage. The answer is no, and he resists freeze. Lightning to all enemies. Alright, let's see if either of them are weak to light. The answer is no. Mar is going to roundhouse. Steal damage to all of them. Gain 3 gems. I'm gonna cast Flame on the big guy. And not Flame. Lightning strike on the harpy-looking creature. Resisted. Gonna have Mar roundhouse again. Ow. We need to heal ourselves. All allies land critical attacks. Okay. Let's try Zephyr on the big guy. He's weak to wind.
That was lucky.
Oh, we died.
Ouch.
Chaos allies can be revived during battle using a Spear Elixir, otherwise they will revive with 1 HP when the battle is over. Well, I know what Mar's doing. Using one of my many Spear Elixirs. Three more gems. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna try Darkness on the Harpy. Not weak to it. We're right near a village, so I don't feel the need to heal up. But Mara's gonna end this right now. $2,500 gold. Bruno leveled up. Learned Overpower. Ash leveled up. Mar leveled up and learned Membrane. Recovered 2 HP after turn ends. Yay. Rudis leveled up. So did Melanie. And Melanie learned 0 elements. Attack plus 30 damage to all enemies. It costs an astounding 5 gems. Holy crap. Alright, we're entering the Village of the Sick.
You You are accosted by a man the instant you set foot in the village. "Medicine, please," he begs. His eyes are glazed over, and his general demeanor unsettling. Should he really have medicine?
We give him what he desires.
You give
Sure.
him a glimpse of the medicine. "Nothing in this life is free," you sneer. Your callousness is swiftly punished as the medicine slips from your grasp and clatters to the ground. The man runs off to who knows where, making noises that can only be described as inhuman.
What the
You and the
hell?
party resolve to continue exploring the village, despite the unsettling encounter that just occurred. Something is askew in this village. It would be best to proceed with caution until you can determine what is happening.
You cannot use the jump feature here. Tread carefully through the village of the sick in search of more information. Okay, there's an inn. Not a game parlor, not making a whole video about that.
The man glares at you, clutching tight to countless medicine bottles in his hands. He insists that they all belong to him and refuses to share them with anyone.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked man's flipside story.
Another villager approaches you. Though his speech is slurred, the demand remains the same: medicine. This villager is also behaving strangely. Will you acquiesce to his request?
No.
You remove the medicine from your pack, recall for a moment how much it cost, and begin sliding it back into place. In the blink of an eye, the villager snatches up the medicine bottle and darts out of view. Something's not right in this village, Bruno mutters, clearly worried. You hear a panicked cry up the road. "Stay with me. Focus on me." That can't be good.
Nope, but we're hitting an inn first.
You must fancy yourself quite the eccentric coming here, the innkeeper drones, as if incensed by your very presence. "Stay if you want to stay," the innkeeper continues, utterly disinterested in even attempting to sell you on a room.
Okay. Don't mind if I yes. HP fully restored, leaves the inn feeling rested. Alright. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Innkeeper's flipside story.
The old man sighs, saying he lost both his son and grandson to the medicine. Not wanting to be the only one left behind, he lifts the bottle in his hand to his lips and gulps it down.
You've fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Aged Man's flipside story.
You ask the villager about the dragon. "The headman can help you if you're in some trouble," she retorts, doubling over to empty the contents of her stomach onto the street. Dozens of empty medicine bottles litter the ground in front of this woman.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Woman's flipside story.
You hail the villager, only to receive a blunt, "Go bother the village headman with your chatter," in return. The villager turns to face the wall once more and smacks his head against it repeatedly. His forehead is soon covered in blood.
Visit the headman of the village with the sick to see what new information might be gleaned.
This cursed island is separated from the rest of the world, she mutters from the ground. "I heard that outsiders call this place Mount Medica," she remarks, then throws the empty bottle in her hand to the roadside.
Alright, let's talk to this bloke.
You arrive on the scene to find a man collapsed in the street, convulsing. Another man kneels over him in an apparent attempt to provide comfort and care. The nobleman wears impressive white armor befitting a knight. He continues talking to the fallen man as he provides emergency care. Seeing the knight's devotion makes you feel a bit like a putz for doing nothing.
What will you do? Offer the villager a custom supplement.
You ask Bruno to provide some of his custom supplement. He furrows his brow and solemnly shakes his head. The villager is now clawing at his own face with his fingernails, crying out for medicine. Blood, as black as tar, begins oozing out of his eyes, ears, and mouth. It proceeds to leak from every orifice imaginable. The convulsions subside. Within moments, the villager lies still.
What the hell?
A horrific thought makes itself known. This is the first time you have witnessed the death of a fellow man. Even in a world where medicines and elixirs can cure most any ailment, none are safe from death's icy grip. And as well you know, that which is dead can never return. Your mind goes blank. You drop to your knees in shock. Melanie clamps her hand to her mouth, stifling a scream. Riddis shakes uncontrollably. The knight hangs his head. Bruno nervously asks, "What are you doing here?" The knight's name is Sherwin. He identifies himself as a member of the Ivory Order. His travels brought him to this village, where he has been caring for the ailing residents. His face contorts in disgust. If not for these foul drugs, they would be healed. He spits and takes his leave. Bruno gazes upon the villager's corpse with a look of apparent realization. You had best get out of here quick, she cautions you. If you stay here, then you too will, she begins, then suddenly starts cackling. A man approaches you as you wander through the village. Spare a bit of medicine, he asks genially. He sets about convincing you that your kindness will be returned tenfold if you just give him a look. You reach for a bottle of medicine, completely taken in by his pitch. Bruno stills your hand.
I hit the button, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
He sets about convincing you that your kindness will be returned tenfold if you just give him a little from your pack. His silver tongue would put even the best salesman to shame. You reach for a bottle of medicine, completely taken in by his pitch. Bruno stills your hand. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Should you give him what he wants? I feel like we should give him the medicine, but I'm not... Let me think about this for a moment. No, Bruno's probably right.
I really shouldn't, you yelp over your shoulder, already walking away at a brisk pace. You continue wandering the village streets, only to be accosted by the man once more. It seems he will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Should you give him what he wants? No. still following? No.
Why do you want it so badly, you ask, affording him another opening. He gladly takes it. He first came in contact with it as a child. His parents made him and never since forgot its wonderful taste. You are fully invested in this story, and desperate to give the man some small comfort in this cruel, cruel world. You're primed and ready to hand it over. I've heard better sob stories, Melanie says dryly, having somehow absorbed the man's story, despite the blistering speed in which he delivered it. Bruno thinks you'd better not, but you're not so sure.
We give the man what he wants? Nope.
You heed Bruno's warning and return the medicine to your pack. The man's shoulders droop and he shuffles off out of sight. He appears to have dropped something peculiar in his haste.
Mysterious card number 8. Engrossing tale.
You knock lightly on the door. An elderly man opens it, beaming at you. He announces himself as Selfor and beckons you inside. Might he be the headman you've heard so much about? Ask me anything you like, he offers. Selfor receives your party, for whatever reason, rather graciously. He could well be a font of knowledge. What will you ask him?
The fuck is going on?
You make mention of the village's eccentricities. Selfor informs you that the island indeed suffers from an extreme shortage of medicine. He apologizes for the villagers' incivility. Consider it the price to pay for making the world a better place, he adds nonsensically.
Are you the headman?
You ask if he is the one in charge of the village. It's true that the villagers call him their headman, but I feel compelled to correct the record and state that my official title is Overseer.
I've played enough Fallout to know that anybody with the name Overseer is not to be trusted.
You ask if he has seen the dragon. Why, yes, he says. He returned to this island just the other day. Oh, but don't worry, he continues. He hasn't caused us too much trouble. Needless to say, this does not comport with your understanding of the dragon. You notice Melanie lift an eyebrow at his use of the word returned. At any rate, the dragon's presence on the island is confirmed. You quietly celebrate the first credible lead you've yet received. Your questions satisfactorily answered, you thank Selfor and turn to leave. He asks you to stop. We have yet to discuss the terms of your living here, he declares.
I'm not living here.
You explain that you are only here to pursue the dragon and have no intention to stay. Selfor begs your forgiveness for thinking you were newcomers. It's perfectly understandable, though, what with the non-match among you, he says with a sneer. What does he mean by that? Melanie asks you, unable to grasp the old man's intentions. For reasons unknown, you feel the blood drain from your face. Your breathing grows ragged and you break out in a sweat. We're done here, you say defiantly, as you storm out of the house. Mar runs after you, chirping frantically. Melanie and the others give chase, but you and Mar are well out of sight by the time they make it outside.
Ash and Mar have left
The
the
two
party.
can't have gone far, though. It may be best to first search the village.
We now move using the jump ability. You can no longer open the menu. Canvass the village of the sick in search of your scattered allies. So the only one here who's in their right mind and would be able to answer, well, there he is. Never mind.
Melanie and company find you standing in front of a house. She can't quite make it out, but it sounds as though you're saying to Mar, "This place is..." Melanie calls out to you, prompting you to blurt out, "Sorry, just had a bad stomach ache back there," in your characteristically glib manner.
Mar chirps skeptically. Melanie opens her mouth to speak.
She surveys you both and sees two haggard travelers unwilling to admit they're in need. "Are you sure you're all right?" she asks, concerned. "Fine, absolutely fine," you tell her, perhaps too eagerly. "So you were worried about me," you shoot back. "No, I wasn't," she replies, her face reddening.
You can once again open the menu. Finish your investigation of the village of the sick. I see you there, bitch. Alright. Alright, How much gold are we at? Oh, we're so close. So close.
You spot a familiar-looking mage on the village streets. Winifred takes no notice of you and ducks into the apothecary. "So, the Ivory Order buys their medicine just like everybody else," you muse to yourself as you prick up your ears and listen carefully. Winifred and the apothecary speak in hushed tones. You'd guess it's an order for special medicine, but you can't make it out. Alas, she's just buying the usual stuff. Nothing remotely interesting about that, though her presence suggests that other members of the order might also be in town. With no desire to run into them, you make yourself scarce before she catches sight of you.
Of course.
You spy the very people you were hoping to avoid, gathered near the village gate. "The last thing we need is a confrontation," you mutter, spying them from the shadows. "Why are we always hiding?" Melanie hisses under her breath. Two members of the Order are speaking with Sherwin. Given how deferential they appear to be acting toward him, you hazard a guess that he's their superior. "Have you determined the dragon's location?" Sherwin asks. Hedwin launches into his report. "The dragon appears to be occupying the volcano. I suggest we move to capture him immediately," he counsels. Now who should appear but Winifred, fresh from her shopping excursion. "Preparations for our journey into the volcano are complete," she reports, handing Sherwin a bottle of something. "Splendid." Sherwin walks off and out of sight, the other three following close behind.
We need to go to the apothecary.
Lucky for you, your hastily improvised hiding spot afforded you valuable information on the dragon. Yet their conversation raised as many questions as it answered. The medicine bottle Sherwin received is probably related to their journey into the volcano somehow. Bruno recalls seeing a bottle much like it once before. He says it contains flash freeze, which can chill most anything. Maybe that's what Winifred bought at the apothecary, Bruno continues.
Good eye, Bruno. Capture the dragon?
There was talk of capturing the dragon. Melanie picked up on the incongruity as well. The Queen ordered the dragon killed, she reminds you. You know that the dragon is lurking in the volcano, but you haven't a clue how to get from here to there. Isn't it that mountain with all the smoke pouring out of it? Ritus asks, pointing westward. Why, yes, that sure does look rather like a volcano. You narrow your eyes. You three have no right being this helpful, you think. Mar pinches your cheeks without warning. You yelp in pain, which at the very least crosses dreaming off the list of explanations. Returning to the matter at hand, it's clear what must be done. You'll have to get your hands on some flash freeze if you hope to enter the volcano.
And now the dog starts barking. She'll be fine. Acquire some flash freeze from the village of the sick apothecary.
Happen to have any flash freeze for sale? You cheerily ask the apothecary. She flashes a wry smile. How do you steady the roiling magma's flow? She asks cryptically. The meaning behind the question is utterly lost on you. She needs a password, Melanie mutters over your shoulder. The answer, then, would be the password. So, how do you steady the roiling magma's flow?
The password is... Damn, I held it too long.
She mutters softly. She pulls out her wares, but what you need is not among them. Your password merely granted you entry to the apothecary.
Well, I do need to sell some items, so this is fine, actually. A lot of curative, that's fine. I'm gonna sell the bomb. The zap smoke. Corrosive. Oil pot. Invigorant. The protectorant. And one of the Inspire elixirs. We have 20,000 gold now. That'll be all for now. Carrot shop.
Welcome. 100 gold pieces will get you wherever you're headed, the master says as you set foot in the carriage shop. You will be instantly transported to any location you've previously visited. Travel for 100 gold pieces?
Not yet. I'm gonna figure out the apothecary first, then try to, then see if I can't make 100 gold.
The old woman rolls her eyes, suddenly looking defeated. How did you know the answer?
Would have been right the first
Did
time.
someone tell you? She mutters bitterly.
Oh, come on. don't buy it. Maybe we have some equipment to sell? We do. Get us all another one just in case. Alright, leave.
You've managed to crack the code, and a bottle of flash freeze is yours. At last, you are ready to enter the volcano.
No, I'm not. Not yet.
You've got a long road ahead of you, so you had best be prepared.
Journey to the volcano west of the village of the sick. In your quest to find the dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna go all the way back to Advent. Let's see if that key
You
works on
turn the
door.
magical key in the lock, and the door opens.
Knew it.
You sense a presence behind you and turn to see a guard. He starts talking to you like your old friends. He tells you this is where Queen Nilla used to store the royal treasure, but not anymore. So you see, you won't find anything of value in there, he finishes and walks away. There's a scrap of paper on the ground where the guard was standing. You pick it up and read it.
Notice, some local merchants are engaging in the illicit trade of unauthorized powerful weapons. Cease any such operations as you discover them. Oh my god. Mysterious card number 7 acquired. Sealed door. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Queen Nilla's flipside story. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Changed your mind, have you? Come to buy the legendary weapon after all? He whispers eagerly.
Give him 20,000 gold. This is why I saved up 20,000 gold.
You decide not to overthink it and hand over the money. Anyone asks, you didn't buy it here, he says, repeating the last part ad nauseum as he hands it to you. Of course, he was on the black market.
Oh, baby. Plus 19 attack, plus 1 defense, plus 1 speed. Phoenix Flame, a legendary blade from the heavens above. Wielder of the Sacred Sword obtained the protagonist's strongest weapon. Okay. That'll make our attack 34, our defense 21, and our speed 11. Oh, baby. So there are ultimate weapons in this game. I knew it. Ow, 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 I'm pulling my own hair. Alright, let's go back to the carriage shop. And we need to go back to the... Excuse me. Village of the Sick. If I'm recalling correctly. Yes. Village of the Sick, there it is. I will leave the area. I'm going to be coming back here to pick up some new weapons and armor for everyone else, but I need cash for that. Speaking of cash, here's an enemy. Let's try Zephyr on the fungo. No. Alright, lightning strike on the lizard man.
Nice work.
Indeed. How about freeze? How do you handle water damage? Not weak, but that does a significant amount of damage. Mark, do the thing. Good boy. Gold and treasure. Bomb. Event.
A monster appears. Do you want to say something? It's standing around and fidgeting. It points to you and then goes stiff, acting as though paralyzed. Aha! This must be the creature whose paralysis you cured with some curative.
Oh.
It hands you a bottle of medicine, takes a sweeping, graceful bow to show you how far it's come, and takes its leave.
Supreme Salve. Nice. But that's not the
You
way I
won't
told
be
you to
able
go.
to climb that mountain.
You'll have to take the long way around. Okay. An enemy appears. Two times gold. Works for me. These guys are weak to wind. Zephyr. Not enough to kill them, but it is enough to weaken them quite a bit. Zephyr again. High number. 4 is not bad. We're just going to give him the old slash. And ram. Treasure. Picked the Supreme Salve. I'm gonna pop over to the Village of the Sick. Check out their armor, because we should have enough cash to buy something. How may I help you? Our weapon is better. Alright, let's focus on the guys that we do use. We can't buy any of those. How about armor? We can't buy anything. Good news is Melanie is wearing the appropriate armor for this place. Okay, we need more money, which means it's time to explore. Because y'all know how much I dislike leaving the overworld unexplored. Let's go here. But that's not the way I wanted to go. We're surprised to find a merchant selling goods in a place like this. Yeah. Oh, it's the old crone. I'm gonna buy a couple salves. There we go. That's it. I think we found the volcano. An enemy has appeared. Gain 3 gems.
And
cool.
Fight.
I can work on killing the ogre with Mar and Ash, but I want to get rid of this guy because he still creeps me out. The reason why he creeps me out, I'm just realizing, is he reminds me of the Wrigley things, the corruption from that Studio Ghibli movie, Princess Mononoke. Yeah, one of my favorite Ghibli movies, but that is just, it's creepy. Fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Menacing Ogre's enemy story. And another enemy.
Don't hold back.
Let's guarantee a death here. Slash the big guy. Ram him. Melanie's dead. I feel like I should be focusing on the big guys, not so much the little dudes. Let's find in the Spear Elixir. Mar, kill him. Who knew murder could be so adorable? PSA, do not murder people or things. Just don't do it. $460 gold. Ridis leveled up. Just Ridis. Okay. Well, now it's time to test something that I've been curious about, which is... If you go back to an inn, is it still free? Because every inn we've stayed at has been free. So far.
Here to stay the night? The innkeeper asks the moment you set foot in the inn.
Yes. And the answer to my question is yes. Why can't inns be like that in the real world? Damn. Alright. We found the volcano. It's right in here. So we're gonna be exploring everywhere else for now. An enemy appears. Oh boy. Now let's see if that slime guy is weak to fire. Yes. Yes, he is.
That was lucky.
Don't recall seeing if the fungi were weak to lightning. That one's dead, so it doesn't really matter. But the answer
Nice
is
work.
no. And so we can get some damage and kill the slime. Mara's gonna, yeah, roundhouse. Stab. Alright, let's see if they're weak to wind. Not weak, but it still killed that one. An event. You're surprised to find a merchant selling goods. Would you like to take a peek at her wares? Not
There
this
is
time.
nothing you need to buy, so you pass by without paying it any mind.
Another event. It's another paralyzed fungo. Yeah, I'll give it some curative. Might come back with something good later. Again. Alright, looks like the only way to get up here is by getting past this here rock, which we are unable to do right now. And it looks like we've explored just about everywhere else on the island. That we can get to anyways. So, against my better judgment, I think it's time that we went into the volcano.
The heat of the volcano engulfs you the moment you set foot inside.
I bet
Of
it
course,
does.
the dragon is hiding out here. Guess it's as good a place as any to corner him. You reason with yourself, trying to keep your spirits up.
An enemy has appeared. Imagine there's going to be a lot of enemies in here that are weak to water damage. Like this guy. He's probably weak to water damage. So you just freeze. And freeze him.
Fortune favors the bold.
Nice.
Crossing this river of lava won't be easy. Here's how you cross a lava river. Bam!
Flash freeze.
You open the bottle of flash freeze and pour some into the raging river of lava. The lava instantly hardens, forming a bridge of rock.
Ascend the volcano in pursuit of the dragon. An enemy. Need to kill the big guy. We're just gonna slash so that Mark can do roundhouse and hit all of them. And on our next turn, we're gonna have to heal Melanie. My controller got unplugged for a second. And freeze. We can't heal. So let's at least reduce our damage, the damage we take. Ha! You missed. Get it, Mark. Nice. They're weak to ice, not wind, but it'll still kill him.
You did great.
Thanks. Alright, I think I have enough cash to buy Melanie a new wand, so I'm going to dip out of the volcano real quick. I unplugged my controller again. It's being touchy. Let's head back to the village of the sick. I'm gonna hit the armor first, then the inn. And yes, we can buy a new staff for Melanie that increases all of her everything, which is great. We do have some gear we can sell. I keep forgetting to equip that ring of protection on Bruno. So I'm going to do that now. Now to the inn. Yes, stay the night. Party is fully restored. Cool. Now back to the volcano. And we were exploring over here, so let's keep exploring. Let's keep going this way. has appeared. Add 4 to water damage dealt by all allies and enemies. Okay, mate, you're not gonna live. You're not. There's a 0% chance you walk out of this alive. Alright, well, we found the way up, so let's go the other way. Woof. Alright, kill the big guy because he causes so much pain. Max damage on the Zephyr. Let's see if we can't add to it by a lightning strike. Good, good. Deal damage, inflict fire is down if the roll is 4 or greater. It was not. Roundhouse to damage them all. I should have done that, because now I don't have enough for freeze. That's fine. Zephyr should be enough to kill that one. If only barely. And we're just gonna attack. Slash, yeah. Ash leveled up. Learn Dark Proof, decrease dark damage by 5. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Molten Slime's enemy story. Cool. Enemy. I hope that's a chest, another way up. Otherwise, I'm gonna. If it is another way up, it's no big deal. I'm just gonna be very, very confused on where to go. He's frozen. And now he's dead. Up. Hey, it's a chest. Bind to stay ring. Protects against seal. Neat. Alright, this is where I am going to end the video for today, exploring the volcano. If you liked this video, let me drop down a save on camera so that I don't forget. Enjoyed this video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell to be notified whenever I upload a video. Share with your friends, do all that fun YouTube stuff. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, be good people.